My name is Sherry Donnelly, and I'm from Dodge City. I work at the Dodge City High School, USD 443. My assignment for last year, this year, and the years coming is in the FACS department. I teach Human Growth Development Part A and B, Family Studies, Young Child Foundations and Functions, and Young Child Functions is a PLE class, which is a practical learning experience. So my students go out into different daycares throughout our city and just kind of shadow and see what it's like to work with students. The extracurricular, my levels that I teach are 9 through 12, and they learn about the development. In Human Growth Part A, it's the development from a fetus up until 12 years, and then in Human Growth B, it's
12 or 13
until death. Then Family Studies, we kind of just talk about the different things that like make up a family dynamics, different society issues that impact a family, which is one of my favorite things, and we have a lot of great classroom discussion about that. And then Young Child Foundations is for anybody who's wanting to go into like preschool teaching
or daycare,
speech pathologist, stuff like that, so they can kind of know what they're getting into, how to run a classroom, stuff like that. And like I said, that's for our 9th through 12th grade. And then my extracurricular responsibilities that I have, so I am involved in the Yellow Ribbon suicide prevention groups, and our school has a group called TALK, which is Talk, Acknowledge, Listen, and Care, and I am the co-sponsor for that. I was a co-sponsor last year, and I will continue to be the co-sponsor
till I don't know, whenever. So some things that we
do are we put on different activities for the kids during like National Suicide Prevention Week, which is in September. We do week-long activities, yoga, how to take care of your mental health, meditation, different things like that. And then Christmas, we did great like self-care activities, things that they could do at home to kind of get them through the holidays. And okay, so a story, what led me to where I'm at. So it's been about 2 years. I was working as a 7th grade long-term sub for special education. And while I did like it, it wasn't something that I could see myself doing forever, because if you've ever worked in special education, it's very stressful. It's very demanding. It's
just a high-stress job.
I loved it and I loved my kids, but it was just not what I wanted to do with my life. There was an opening online for the position that I'm in now, which is FACS, and 2 of our teachers were retiring from the high school that have been there for a long time, and so I applied, and within the week I had interviews with our principals at Dodge City High School, and I was hired. So what else kind of led me there and into my extracurricular responsibilities? I lost one of my closest cousins, it'll be 2 years in August, to suicide. He lost his battle with depression, and that hit really hard, and it was kind of in the wake of a lot of suicides in our community, and I just seen that there was a need for for teachers not only to
help with social emotional,
but also to not be afraid to talk about mental health in the classrooms. And in my position that I'm in, I learned last year, because like I said, I taught this last year also, it really, really lent itself to the discussion of mental health and opening that dialogue between me and my students, and then for my students to go out in the community and have with their parents or their guardians or whoever. And it was really great, and I'm really lucky that I have the platform that I have to talk about something that I'm so passionate about, which is mental health. And I get to study it a little bit more when we're looking at the development and how our brains develop and how our bodies develop and just how that all kind of plays in. And especially when we go into family studies and how our families and our cultures and all that kind of stuff also plays into mental health. So that's what kind of led me there, and it has been such a great journey so far. And I had last school year, I had so many students who not only left a huge impact on me, but that they told me I left a huge impact on them, because in my classroom, we do like a daily check-in where every day they come in and they each have a number on the board that only I know and they know, and so they can tell me where their mental health is for the day. And just because we talked about it so much, they told me that coming into that classroom, they not only felt safe, they felt protected, but they also knew that their mental health was going to be taken care of and that they were with somebody who cared. So that has been kind of the biggest thing for me, and why I'm glad that I'm in the position that I am.
It's a very gratifying.
I guess, to know that I'm helping other kids who may be feeling the same way that my cousin was, to hopefully stop them and help them push through their battle and stop them from making that choice. Okay, so what are some of the most critical factors that I learned about my school from the KSDE website? I've always known that our community is a very high percentage of Hispanics, but looking at that, I was able to put it into numbers, and so I kind of see a little bit more how much. I think our district is 70% Hispanic, and I didn't realize it was that much, but that was a lot. And then also the poverty. A lot of our students, and I've already known this, but a lot of our students are at the poverty line or below, and so looking at that, it kind of just it opened up my eyes just a little bit more. So the impact of COVID-19 on our school. So what we had to do, or what we did, was high schoolers, they did all their work on Google Classroom, or they had packets that they didn't have access to the internet. And so I had all my students on Google Classroom. Maybe like 2 of them had packets. But then I also have 3 children, 3 little boys, and they were 7th, 4th, and 2nd grade, and they all had packets. So our school district for elementary and middle school went to packets, all packets for all of them, and they had Zoom meetings once a week or twice a week, and then there was other platforms that they use, like
I can't think of the names of them right now, but
all schools were on the same page across the board. So what my fourth grade son was doing, somebody at another school was also doing the same thing in our district. So that's kind of how we handled it.
So what
challenges this may mean for my classroom? We're not for sure what the challenges are going to be yet. I just want to get back in the classroom. This last semester, having it online, it was very hard. I would have much rather have been in class, and because I have such great students and we have such great conversation, that we weren't able to have as much on Google Classroom. So I really miss that. But our admin is trying to figure out what this means for our next semester.
That's it. Like I said, I'm very lucky.
I grew up in Dodge City, so I really know the culture, and I know our city, and I know everything there is to know. I went to school at the high school that I'm now teaching at.
My admin team,
they were my principals when I was in school, so they also know me, and that was kind of one of the reasons why they hired me, was because they know that I have not had the
traditional
path to becoming a teacher. So I was able to kind of bring more background and more understanding to my students because I've kind of lived their lives. But I'm really looking forward to getting back in the classroom in August and just being back with my students. So
that's it. Have a great day, guys.